A very exciting time in the home offer process is when I get to call you and say, hey, your offer was accepted. Now the next step is things are gonna start moving really quickly. And I believe that the best thing to do is to go ahead and get a home inspection scheduled as quickly as possible and to get the ball rolling to get out of that option period. While we may have 5 days, we shouldn't take 5 days. It's important to get that house into pending status and get the everything we can get done so we can get the appraisal done. Part of getting it into pending status is finding a home inspector that we trust. You can pick any home inspector you want to pick. I will make some recommendations, but it is always up to you which home inspector you pick. Having the right home inspector that can quickly provide you with a report that has great pictures in it and someone that has a good track record for doing home inspections. Over the last 6 years, I've probably been through about 50 home inspections. I do my best when I walk around showing my clients homes to try to pick out things and sort of point them out as we're looking at those properties to make sure that, we're not putting an offer in where you're going to lose your option money on a house with a really bad roof on it, or if it's got a foundation problem that's very evident. But really at the end of the day, that home inspector is going to do a deep dive into your house. So here's what I think about home inspectors. They are the general practitioners of home inspection. So if that home inspection comes up and it says, the roof has some issues, I think we need to have a roofer look at it. That's why we want to get this home inspection scheduled as quickly as possible. So if there's a roofing problem or an AC problem, we can get somebody else that's a specialist to get in there and look at that home and make sure that that specialist is rendering an opinion on how good the roof is or what condition that the air conditioning is in. So this home inspection is all driven toward us finding any major system problems with the home and asking for reasonable repairs to the home by the seller. Most sellers realize that if there's something wrong with the home, they are going to have to make some repairs. But in the market that we've been in for the last 18 months, sellers are pretty emboldened to just say, hey, I don't want to make any repairs. So we want to make sure when we go into a contract that the house is in as good a condition as possible, and then realize that they may not be willing to do a lot of repairs. Then you have a decision to make whether you can accept the home as is without them making a lot of repairs. But to me, it is always a negotiation when we get that report back. We want to work through and make sure that we're going to be able to get the repairs done, if at all possible, and really work that negotiation process and make sure it's going to work out. As soon as we get that amendment for repairs done, we're going to submit that to the sellers. They're going to agree or disagree. We're going to negotiate. And then as soon as that is done, the second we get that amendment signed, we want to get your appraisal ordered. That is the next step in the process, and it slowed a lot of loans down over the last year. So getting that appraisal ordered in that first 7 or 8 days after you go under contract is really important. So that's another step in the home buying process, getting the appraisal done, getting the home inspection done, and so there's more to come. Stand by for more segments of this video. Thanks.